Are you stuck at home as a parent under quarantine with a bunch of kids and you have no clue what you're doing? My name is Dr. Ann-Louise. I'm a pediatric psychologist and a parent coach at a New Day Pediatric Psychology. I've been asked to talk to you about parenting under quarantine, what that's like, and how to keep a balance and establish moments for yourself. So let's take a breath and a pause for a second, okay? Let's take in this information because you have been going probably like at 100 miles per hour for the past 4 to 6 weeks or longer, depending on where you are living. So I wanted to give a few pointers from a personal as well as a professional perspective, being a mom of 2 kids, married 21 years. All right, let's start with the basics. Have a schedule. Now, my schedule that I created at the beginning of this quarantine 5 weeks ago is very different from the schedule I have now. It's going to change, and that's okay. It was a lot more structured in the beginning because I was optimistic and hopeful, and it's become a lot more unstructured now. That's good, and that's okay. We need to adapt. That's how we survive in situations. So I would recommend having a schedule and a routine. So if you're a very structured person and you need a play-by-play, moment-by-moment of what's going on, then have that. If that's how your kids operate, have that as well too. However, if you are more unstructured, if you prefer more moments in time, times of the day where you like to get things done, or your kids are as well, then do that as well. Do what works for you. But having a schedule and a sense of what is expected for the day is very important during this time. There's enough unpredictability and craziness going on, so it's really, really important to make sure you have some kind of balance in that schedule. Second thing, create and carve out a space for yourself so that you have moments to breathe. So if you are working from home and your kids are being schooled at home, you should have a space where you're working that is separate from the space where you relax. Now, if you have that privilege and the opportunity to do that, I would suggest that it'd be separate. So if your space is large enough or there's enough variety in your living space, have a work from home space and have a relax and chilling and hanging out space that's different from it. Now, if your space is smaller, you don't have the luxury of having a yard, a balcony, outside spaces to go to, then carve out a space, a niche, a part of your home where you can do that. So if you have a place by your bedside, a place in your kitchen, your closet, your living room, but having a space you can carve out for yourself where you're exercising, stretching, yoga, or even just going for a walk, but carving out that space. Now, if you have a space, an office that you can go to that's separate from your home, that's completely in a different location, like I am today, do that as well too. If you're all quarantined and the space is a safe place that you can go to, do that. That's what I've been doing this week, is just spending moments to myself separate from my home area. The last thing I would recommend, and I think it's super, super important, especially at this time, is to take things in stride. Take it as it comes. I've had a lot of parents that I've been coaching and talking to where they're like, well, the kids' bedtime's at 8 p.m. and they're not wanting to go to bed. It's okay. It's okay if they don't want to go to bed at 8. You know, the thing about your body and your brain is that when you're less stimulated, you're going to be less tired many times, especially as a child. So after not doing something all day, after not really learning intensely all day, not being in school and socializing all day, they're not going to be all that tired, honestly. It's okay if bedtime is 30 minutes, even an hour later than normal. Take that in stride. If they are feeling like they don't really want to get up at the crack of dawn to start homework or schoolwork, it's okay. If they want to sleep in a little bit longer, that's okay too. Take it in stride. It's not that serious. So allow the space for them to feel tired to feel overwhelmed, and just take it as it comes. So all that taking in stride means if they're having a tantrum, if they're having a meltdown, if they're feeling frustrated and tired and angry and irritated and aggravated, allow them to have those feelings. Take it as it comes and hold the space for them to feel their feelings. It's okay. It is okay for you to have them too. So one of the ways to self-care is to not take things so seriously and to be able to let things go that you can just let go of. So if on a particular night you want to stay up a little bit later, then do that. If you don't want to fix dinner because you're tired of cooking and the pantry and the fridge are tired of seeing your face, then don't do it. Order takeout and support a local business. Have them make their own sandwiches if they can. Have cereal for dinner. It's not that deep. It's okay. So let's recap. Having a schedule, whether it's structured or unstructured, is really important. We all thrive off of some structure. Carve out a space and a place for you to do your work, as well as for you to have your own self-care and alone time. And take things in stride. Things don't have to be that serious. It doesn't have to be that deep. Even with a schedule, take it as it comes. There are some days that my kids do a bunch of schoolwork and other days they do less. Some days I just give them a break from it all. This is an unprecedented time. We've never gone through a global pandemic. None of us have ever gone through something like this, and we couldn't even prepare for it. So this complicated and masked grief is a really important thing to pay attention to, because it's something that we have never experienced, nor do we know how to handle, and that's okay. Allow it to go in stride, because if you take everything so seriously and you stick and you try to have the same routine as you had before all of this, you're going to cause yourself some unnecessary stress, and it's going to be harder to recover when things go back as is. So allow yourself some time to breathe and relax. Spend time with your kids, quality time with your kids, and allow them to just take the day as it comes, day by day, moment by moment. I'm wishing you the very best. My team and I at A New Day have providers and coaches available to help and support you and your children during this time. If you do need additional professional support or just need someone to consult with to find out if you're on the right track, we are very happy to help you. You can find me here on Instagram at Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart. You can also look up my business, my practice at A New Day Psych. We're also available on Facebook at A New Day Pediatric Psychology, or at our website at www.anewdaysa, as in San Antonio.com. Thank you very much for tuning in. I wish you the very best. I'm Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart.